Welcome back. Toby Manuel is here. Toby, good morning. Good to have you. Assistant Sports Editor, New Telegraph. Okay, we know that. Good to have you here.
Great to be here always. It's always a pleasure.
What made your weekend? Or what didn't make it?
Nothing really, because I was following transfers.
Okay.
And everybody.
Yeah, not talking transfer yet.
Okay. And also Wimbledon. And we had good first week. And the second week now we start having the upsets. The big man is out. I'm just waiting for the...
for another big match.
What
didn't make it? What didn't make it? Rivers United or which one didn't make it? Okay.
Let's go straight. Let's go. It's rather unfortunate that our only surviving team in the continent crashed out that way. Ironically, they scored first, and if they had kept with it. That 1-0, they would have even qualified.
Yeah.
But it also shows what we are in the league. When you have a new management coming in, or a sports commissioner coming in, or a general manager, they sack 30 to recruit 20. So there's no continuity. At the Rivers United we saw last year, they played very well and they came second. Half of the players are gone. Some of the players are not even up to the standard of what we expected of them. So they go to the continent. And also, it's also a function of our league. You win, you are comfortable winning at home. Even the last match against Club African, they lost 2-0 at home. So they are the architect of their misfortune. And it also sent a warning signal to other teams. Now we're talking about Plateau United, we're talking about MFM, talking about Aqua United, Inyimba, teams that are struggling to make sure that, okay, they end well. It is not just ending well in the league, but what do our champions, representatives, do in the continent? That's a very big question and a long way to go. We need to work on that.
Does it call to question the quality of our league if the best team in your country and the runner-up can't go anywhere? Let's not even talk about the ones that went to the Confederations Cup, how they crashed out in the early stages. Is it a function of how good our league is, or we have other issues that we have not sorted out that is possible?
Okay, let me take it from this perspective. It's not about our league. It's about the structure. If you look at the run when Inyimba had 2003, 2004, we had a structure whereby most of their players were kept. The bulk of the players are kept. Then they had one or two major signing to fill in those players they need to strengthen. But what we have every season, when they knew, the coach that qualified Wari was from the NNL to the MPFL, was sacked immediately. Now it happens virtually all the league. Now a team this season have hired 3 coaches. And we have cases where when a new general manager comes, even our league winners, the champions, Rangers, they had their issues also. When we have new people coming in, once we get to that, it center around structures, but we don't have the structure on ground. And so when we now get to the continent, we don't follow up, we don't build on the success of the last season. So whether we like it or not, until we go back to putting our house together, putting the structure, the coaches, the players, welfare, planning arrangement. We are here seated on this program when some of our qualifiers couldn't even get connecting flights to get to their match venues, and they were walked over. So it's not about the league; it's about the management of the league and the clubs itself. And the structure on ground. And until we continue to change this mentality of winning at home and you cannot win away. Because they have
some players are changing, some clubs are changing. Sunshine Stars, I mean, that's why it's been celebrated. But it's actually ironic because you're having an away victory and everyone is celebrating it and all that. But it's supposed to be a norm. It's supposed to be a norm, not like, hey, it's difficult for you to get. I get what you're saying. So I told Yemi yesterday and wrote to me, I said, look, they need I don't know how they're going to get a psychologist. Bring the psychologist down to talk to the coaches and the players and tell them, look, you can win 10 games away from home. They need that.
Okay. Let me also say this. I want to talk about a lot of Africans. Because you said psychological, even at the height of our powers, even when our teams were good, I'm a very big Shooting Stars fan. I grew up in a family where they love 3SC. But even then, my folks will tell you anytime a Nigerian team is going to North Africa, it's war. Now, the question I'm asking is that you said there's no problem with our league. Is there also no problem with the quality of our players? Because you should be able to win anywhere. I mean, the stage shouldn't be bigger than you should be able to stand your ground as long as you're a good player. Stand your ground, go anywhere. So are there question marks on the quality of the players produced in the league.
Okay. I'll take it from this way again. A few years back, a certain Kelechi Iheanacho was discovered in Nigeria. A certain Isaac Success, or John Gallo. The players who are playing, making exploits in Europe today, we are calling Geoffrey Obuabona, Kenneth Omero. All those players played in the league here. So it is not that we don't have the players. The quality of the players are there. Even though we have issues with old players playing in the league, but the era is phasing out gradually, because we used to see a lot of, now NFL have come up with having the young team, having a feeders team, but how patient are our coaches and our clubs waiting for those players to ripe and translate into the... I was listening to Victor Ezeji this morning on a radio program. Victor Ezeji, in Club African, when he played in Club African with Junior Sagi, 9 of those players who were in the junior team are now in the team that played and defeated Rivers United when they played last week at Port Harcourt. So, do we have that structure to develop players and allow them to blossom? Young players in the league. We've seen Stephen Ode was a product of the Lagos State Principal Cup. I watched, wrote, and monitored about Stephen Ode. Now, he translated from the Principal Cup, even went to the junior national team, couldn't even get space there, but he has played within the league and he's growing, and we've seen what he can do. Okay. And in the next few months or years now, he's abroad, we start celebrating. Right. There are players here, but we don't manage our players where there is no structure until government removes, and because it's a political tool, because they see club as a weapon to also say to measure the government's success, and to capitalize on that.
We have to move on. If we continue, we'll probably not be able to end the program. But let's talk about this squad list released by the coach, assistant coach of the Super Eagles. The players included in that. How do you rate that squad list? You can't please everybody. That's obvious. These are the players included, all the guys that you would expect. Kechukwu Ezenwa, headlines for the goalkeeper, Jamiu Alimi in defense, Oji Kalu. I mean, the guys that you love to see in midfield. You have Ifeanyi is there, the top guys. Among the strikers, and Fondo is there, Ode that you just mentioned, also there as well. A blend, a good representation of the clubs that are doing well in the league. But do you feel anybody has been left out, or some names that you felt probably should be on this squad list?
Whether we like it or not, even if Mourinho have picked this team, we will all complain, because 1 or 2 players we've seen watching, especially those of us follow the league. But the coach have done well selecting these players, even though I have my reservation about 1 or 2 players that I feel, like Ojuolorun Leke, the goalkeeper. We've seen him in the league, we've seen what he's done. But Ajiboye is there. We've seen his exploit with Plateau United, and also Theophilus Afeoluwa, great goalkeeper. Even Ikenwa, the Super Eagles third choice goalkeeper. Also, but I would have also loved to see Suraj there. I would have loved to see the engine room of MFM, the man that provides the goal, the creativity in the MFM. That's Chukwuma Onua, who has been the engine room behind Ode and Olatubosun. I would have loved to see 1 or 2 other players, but give it to the coaching crew who have selected these players. Now we also have experience, Rabi Ali, those who have gone to the former Chan, and we have other players, even like Ifeanyi we've talked about. We have enough of some players, even Osaz Okoro, experienced player like Osaz Okoro. We have a lot of players who understand to play in the league, and also playing against teams from other teams. We are playing against either Benin or Togo, so it's an opportunity in the second. So it's an opportunity for the team. What the coaches need now is to liaise with the clubs and allow the clubs to release their players, because that's where we have issues. NFF should also stamp the authority to make sure have that good relationship, because if you have the Sikiru Olatubosun and Ode from MFM, there is a problem.
Okay, they know they have to look for other players to fit in. The coaches, they know what to do.
Taking Kewa also from his club, and other players like that. So these are the engine rooms for all the clubs. They are the best players.
That is why I have a 3 or 4 in one department. That's how it should be. But they may not be as good as the other one. Where are we going to next? Okay, first of all, we'll go to Arsenal, right? Okay. Arsenal right now, they're in Australia. They will be playing their first preseason game on Thursday. But then Arsene Wenger has been talking. Their rival, their fans. Oh, I think the fans should be happy. At least you guys got the FA Cup, to celebrate.
Let me quickly throw you into this as Cecilia is trying to attempt mocking the club.
Theo Walcott,
anytime Arsene Wenger steps in front of the camera, the question is Alexis Sanchez going? And the man came out to say, I've read it in the papers that he asked for a move, but he hasn't come to me. So the question will be, do you think this man is going to leave?
His body language, everything, even the media and everybody know that Sanchez wants to leave. Even though a lot of us feel it's because of the pay rise, he just wanted to. But clubs are not even willing to pay.
Did you hear how much he was demanding
400
pounds per week.
And he's going to destroy Arsenal's